next thing you know, it's changed my life, and it's been such a rewarding, wonderful thing, and I got to just show me a different light of myself in so many ways.
Did you feel that change also when you then went to approach writing new music, where you said, "Oh, I never thought
Absolutely.
of this"?
I think the point of doing our part two of our record was, after trying therapy and falling back in love and being a upcoming daddy and having some success. I feel like there's better on the other side of heartbreak. It gets better, and it's life gets better, and I think it all set me up to be who I'm becoming now, the man and the father I will be,
Man, that is awesome. Man, congratulations.
Yes,
I always
sir.
love talking with you. And good luck. I'm pulling for you. Good luck.
Okay, man. Bring it in, dog.
Teddy
Pleasure to meet
Swims.
you.
It's so nice to meet you.
Take care. I got it. Take care.
Oh, I love the roses on his nails. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I mean, Teddy Swims
Teddy
is
Swims.
man. It's such a really good person. I really mean that. He's a really, really good person.
Yeah.
You can feel a genuineness.
You feel the
with
energy.
Teddy Swims. You feel the
it
energy.
immediately as he walks over. I love too that it was, through, as he just said, going into starting a family. That he said, you know what? Yeah, let me get into therapy. Let me become that best version of myself.
If you listen to the first album, it's a lot of pain.
I gotta go back and re-listen. And hello.
You look so
Miss
pretty.
Tori Kelly.
Can I just have you
hold
take
this?
just a step back?
I'll
There's a
step
green.
right behind this little
I know.
green line right here.
That's a beautiful train. I don't know fashion, but I know a good train.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love it. Now, Tori, you just recently entered into a new era of music. Tell me, what has it been like living in the aftermath of that and just seeing, people being so receptive to that?
It's really special. I feel like this era, if you will, it was needed for me and for little Tori. I think just allowing myself to experiment and kind of show different sides of myself that people maybe haven't seen. People definitely hadn't seen. But were very, authentic to me. I felt like I needed to do it for myself. And I think now that the songs have been out for a while and looking back, I think it set me up and given me more confidence for the future and whatever else I put out. I kind of just feel like the sky's the limit now musically. So, yeah, it's fun. I'm loving it. And it's weird looking back and seeing myself as a blonde too, because I'm like, this is my real hair color. And so I'm like really owning it now. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to see the response too.
And I love that we're chatting with you, because just a few days ago I was in my room and All in My Head popped in again, and I started humming it, and I was like, wow, I haven't listened to this in such a long time. Went back, played it again. Yeah. When you have moments like this, when you're at the Grammys, what do you think that young Tori Kelly that was writing, these handmade songs would say to this?
She would be tripping out. I mean, even the first time I was at the Grammys feels like so long ago. It was 2016. And I just remember being so nervous and like, where am I? What is happening? I was up for Best New Artist at the time. So it's crazy being back now. And it just makes me grateful that I'm still able to do this. And I get to come here and, it feels like I get to be a part of something bigger than myself, which is, I think, the best part. And just getting to celebrate others. And I'm so excited for Jacob. Obviously we're nominated together, but he's nominated as well for Album of the Year. So to support him and be excited for him and really be a fangirl of everybody. Like every time I look around, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so-and-so. So it's been cool, awesome. Yeah.
I talked to you and Kirk Franklin for your album.
Yes.
And then I've talked to you for your pop album before that, and now you've had an R&B album. Just talk about exploring different genres and not being boxed into one different thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I first started as an artist, I thought that would be a hindrance. And some might say it is still. I don't know. I know a lot of artists who kind of, you stick with one thing and then you just kind of stay there. I just don't think that's ever been in my DNA. Like when I first started, it was hard for me to find artists that I could kind of compare myself to and be like, oh, their career, I want to have it exactly like that. Instead, I found myself kind of pulling from all these different genres. So I think to now be in the position where I am, where I have gotten to experiment with different genres and do whatever my heart feels, and I have these amazing fans who are actually like down, that's like incredible to me, because I never thought that I always thought I'd have to stay, in one lane. And so the fact that I do have that support system who are just, down for the journey, is pretty special.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I know you just talked about All in My Head, but you were trending a few weeks ago along with Fantasia because the rumor was, and maybe you can confirm, is that one of her most famous songs was actually written for you.
Yes.
So is that
Yes.
true?
That is true. I was 11 years old. I was signed at the time. First of all, Fantasia, that's definitely meant to be her song. Like, she's insanely talented. I love her. But yeah, it's crazy. I still have the demo, like, of me singing it, and it's funny because I think when you break down the lyrics, you can kind of hear that it could be for a kid.
And that's
like,
what they were saying.
Yeah,
the song
yeah,
is When I See You, but you know, I
Yeah.
scribble X and O's in my
Yeah.
notebook.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy that you know, people know that now. But yeah, I've been doing this for a while, I guess. But that was a throwback for sure, and I love that song. I love her singing it. Yeah.
Very cool. It's always such a pleasure talking with
You
you.
too.
Of
Thank
course.
y'all.
Amazing.
And you look great. The red is
Thank
wonderful.
You so much.
Of
No,
course.
we love it. We love it.
Thank you.
Tori
So
Kelly
cool.
in the house, everybody.
That's so cool.
Wow, I used
Yeah.
to listen to her music in college. It got me through many lovesick moments. You know, the crush doesn't like you back.
I
You
could
play
never,
a really
that could
dramatic
never happen
song.
to Leslie Ambries. That could never happen.
Listen, I had to be humbled somehow, you know. And look, I mean, blessing us on the carpet, we have Kanye here.
Is that? Oh, wow. Yeah, he is here. Wow.
I feel like I haven't seen Kanye on a carpet in such a long time.
I'm speechless. I didn't even. Wow, that
you know,
is
it's
that
mostly
is
been
Kanye
paparazzi
West.
shots. That's
Yeah.
where I see.
the Kanye West. Yeah,
Morgan, tell
what
us
do you
a
think
bit about Bianca's look and just seeing Kanye here on the carpet.
A lot of us aren't really looking at Kanye right now, but he's really good at letting his wife Bianca shine. So you know how earlier we talked about how sheer was obviously a big trend of the night, and it normally is at the Grammys, and we are now seeing not just like the nearly naked dress. This is like the nearly naked dress, like times 1,000, I guess. They both are normally big Balenciaga people, so it'll be interesting to see if they are wearing, you know, his clothing label or, you know, what this like piece of sheer fabric actually is. But yeah, this is definitely, we've reached the pinnacle of sheer and nearly naked. So I think, I don't know, like, will this be the top thing that we see tonight? Probably. But yeah, I'm very shocked to even see Kanye on the carpet. And I'm sure, as you all have seen, he's unfollowed everyone on social media except for Taylor Swift. So I'm not really sure what that means tonight either. But we're going to have, I guess, Taylor and Kanye in the house tonight. So, you know, hey.
Some potential controversy. We shall see.
And what's interesting is that Beyonce is also nominated for Album of the Year. So all of the makings for something very, very interesting.
It'll definitely be an interesting Grammys. And look who we have here in front of us. Hello, hello. I love the look. I love the hair. Tell me, how does it feel just to be here, feeling the energy of everyone together at the Grammys?
It feels amazing. You know, I had to do it big for my first Grammys, so I was just telling my publicist, I was like, I feel like I've been watching this backdrop, this red carpet on my TV screen since I was a little girl, so it feels really iconic to be in this room with so many incredible people. It's a night for music lovers to all just celebrate music and just this community. It feels really special.
And for somebody who's in the industry, what does it mean when you're walking down the red carpet that you've always watched on TV, and then you bump into legends, you bump into, you know, fellow artists, you bump into producers, because this is, I think, the one night in music where everybody is together for that one time of the year.
So special. I mean, yeah, it doesn't happen often that you get all of these legends all in the same room. And yeah, I'm just fangirling constantly. I just got introduced to Teddy Swims, which was surreal, but it really makes it so just inspiring to be in this room and soak up this energy of like all of these stars. And it's so inspiring for me as an up and coming artist, just feeling like, okay, I can do this, and having so many role models to look up to.
You know, just could pick any collaboration with someone that you've already met, whether it's Teddy Swims or anyone else that you might have bumped into on the carpet, who would that be?
I feel like Charlie XCX. That's my girl. That's my girl. I feel like we would create something awesome.
Listen, I would listen to that. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's make it happen. This is
The
place.
vibes
Yeah.
together, I could see
Yeah.
it. I could see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
I could see that collaboration
I could see it
coming
too,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a really sick music video. They both have those really eccentric but cool, moody
Yeah.
looks together.
It's extremely creative.
Oh,
No, I
man.
would like to see that.
I want to know what it's like to be just being an artist, and imagine just casually someone's like, "Oh, hey, this is Beyonce. You guys should collaborate sometimes."
Yeah.
I'll collaborate
Of course,
now.
yeah, no, that's
I'll play
really
the
cool.
reporter in a music video or something.
And you do great. I would
Thank
watch.
you,
I would
Gary.
watch just for you.
Thank you. My hype man over here.
How are you? So good to see you. Thank you. Just stand all right on that green one.
Okay, here
Thank you.
Hello. What a night tonight. Not only just celebrating music, also giving back to artists through the fire relief, performing tonight in honor of Quincy Jones. Tell me, what does it mean to you just to see the community come together and honoring so many different facets of the industry?
I think that people forget what a community Los Angeles is where the arts are concerned. I think I'm a really good example of a kid that moved here 35 years ago as a young school teacher, trying to have a career as a singer-songwriter. And I think this, the city is typically built on dreams. And then when something like this happens, everybody feels helpless, and how can we help each other? And it really is a community. So that's one of the beautiful things I think about tonight's Grammys, is that it feels so much bigger than like a competition or an award show. It feels more like we're kind of here trying to figure out a way to help people.
And along those lines, they're wrapping us, but you talked about moving here as a school teacher and chasing dreams. There's so many right now who are listening who feel like they can't chase their dreams because they're stuck in whatever they're stuck in. Can you just talk about the power of staying with it and chasing your dreams?
Yeah, you know what? I would say a couple of things. It's been a weird few years. I'm from a very small town. I grew up before the internet, before telephone, cell phones and all that. And the mental health issue, especially for young people, not only did we not talk about it, it wasn't nearly as prevalent as it is now. And we have a government, I think, that whips up a lot of confusion and just ugliness. And I would say to every young person that wants to be an artist, start writing. Find a guitar, find a piano, write your poetry, start painting, and really dig into that and manifest it. And I guarantee you'll be one foot in front of the other, led to where you're supposed to be with that art, because we need artists right now to give voice to what we're all experiencing.
That's awesome. I'm inspired. Thank you
Okay,
so much
good.
for that.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Always good seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Artists
so
at
much.
Healing Factor, so thank you so much. And you all, we're going to switch over to Spanish to chat with Mon. Hola, Mon, ¿cómo estás? Aquí te doy el mic, si te puedes mover un poquito para atrás. No, para atrás, para atrás. ¿Dónde está el verde?
Sí,
La
sí,
línea
bien,
verde
bien.
aquí. Ay, gracias, maravillosa. Pero ¿cómo se siente? Ganaste en los Latin Grammys. Ahora estás aquí en los Grammys gringos, como les dicen. ¿Cómo se siente estar aquí y ver que están potentially te van a dar ese premio para autopoética con todo el arte que pusiste en el álbum?
Muchísimas gracias por eso. Estoy muy contenta de estar aquí, sobre todo en un momento en que está difícil para los latinos. Así que me encanta que se celebre la música latina, la música en español. Y muy contenta por todos mis colegas nominados y también para quienes ganaron el Grammy, perdón, el Grammy gringo.
El Grammy gringo. Me encanta cuando alguien me dijo que así se llama, como con muchas artistas latinas. Dije, perfecto, así debe de ser, porque esos Latin Grammys es importante también,
Sí,
¿no?
claro, por supuesto. Tuve la fortuna de ganar el Latin Grammy a Mejor Álbum de Música Alternativa y para mí está en mi corazoncito el Latin Grammy.
Pues gracias, Mon. Muchas gracias por hablar contigo.
Gracias a ustedes, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias, Mon. Thank you, love. Mon is amazing. She has an album called Autopoética out, and it is let's just say I was listening to it while taking one of my morning walks, and I had to stop and replay one of the songs because of just how stunning and beautifully crafted it is. Hello, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm absolutely great.
You are one of the founders, I would say, or innovators in hip hop, the Roxanne Shante.
That's what they say.
That's not what they say.
That's what they say. Hold on 1 second, because I've been trying to chew mints so I can be proper with everyone. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Roxanne Shante is still Roxanne Shante in everywhere, baby.
And that's why we love you.
Yes.
Just talk about, obviously this is another Grammys. We interviewed Rhapsody earlier.
Yes.
Who just won. You are of that lineage of female MCs
Yes.
Who have really changed the genre. And now we see that manifested through somebody like Rhapsody. Can you just talk about, female MCs and how the genre continues to grow?
Well, you know what? It's truly an honor for me because you figure I've already had 4 decades in this, So I've already got 40 years under my belt. And honestly, this is my first time coming to the Grammys, and I'm coming as a winner. So people say to me all the time, like, we don't get a chance to see Roxanne Shante. But the fact is, I pop up in the right places to see the right people at the right time. And also having a successful movie that just came off of Netflix,
Yep.
Roxanne, one of the most rewatched movies. When people think about female rappers, they got to understand the power that we possess. Because if you think being a woman is difficult, try being a female rapper. That can make it twice as hard. So it's really good for me to be able to see my sisters do so well and to see them be able to take such control over their careers and everything else. So for me, I truly love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, lastly, what is the Roxanne Shante legacy?
Well, for the Roxanne Shante legacy, I have a radio show. I'm on every day from 4 to 7 p.m. on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells radio. I have about 7 million listeners per day, which people say that makes me one of those people. I'm a comfort car. So I'm like, I bring comfort to your car. So the Roxanne Shante legacy is that anytime you see me, it's always going to be comfort. I'm always going to get a smile. I want everyone to have a nice day. And I'm just still me.
Oh, we love that. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank
we really
you.
Appreciate
Absolutely. No problem.
Thank you.
Now pop my mint back in my mouth.
Pop away,
Love
pop it away.
it.
I'm honored to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! Every year, legends and legends that I get excited. Friends get to see us interview. And next we have Grammy winners here.
Yes.
Rawayana,
You guys can step back.
Let me
Just
have you all
back.
stand
Yeah.
this
You guys
way.
curve the no the other way.
Right behind
this
this
way, that way.
green line here. and
You guys keep going, so we can make sure everybody's in.
Make sure
This is
everybody's
y'all's
in the
mic,
shot
so you
here
can take it.
completely. Tell me, how does it feel getting this acclaim and winning this Grammy, especially given the stories around the album that have happened in Venezuela right now?
It's just a dream come true. We're in an independent project from Venezuela where there hasn't really been like an actual music industry through the years, and the whole world knows how tough it is for Venezuelans for quite a few years. So for us to be here right now, getting recognized by the Academy, winning an award, it's just the best feeling in the world, definitely.
Yeah, what were some of those emotions that you all felt when you heard your name? You're no stranger to the Latin Grammys. Now here at the Grammys, how did it feel hearing your name and getting up on that stage?
Well, I feel we've been living intensely. It's been a intense past 3 months. We've been also in the city while the fires. So, we've been having some political tense in our country, and also like winning a Latin Grammy, and then like coming here, we're working on new music, and the whole thing with the fires was very. It's been, I don't know. We're growing with all this experience, and now we're kind of shocked because, as Fofo tell you, we are an independent band. From a very special place. We are very proud of being Venezuelan and to be here and representing the country. So yeah, like we're kind of in shock now. Like that's the most. Yeah. We have to grab a drink and
The publicist said, no, interviews. He said, wait, we need a second, we need to breathe.
But what about being from a small country and where, look, there's conflict everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Things happen everywhere, but still being representative of that country and holding true to yourselves and your own beliefs.
Yeah, and that's mainly what I think it got us here: authenticity and believing and doing everything with intention and love, and that's how we roll. And that's how Venezuelans roll, now in the U.S. we have this crazy situation happening, not only for Venezuelans, for all Latin Americans, and yeah, we are good people. We are the best people, and it's good to be part of something like this to remind us that,
And when you see kind of the climate that's going on in America right now, have you guys able to wrap your head around it? We have migrants being deported from your country, not just your country, lots of different countries. Things are in flux right now in the U.S.
Yeah.
So what are your feelings when you're watching the news articles or watching the news stories and seeing all that's happening?
Well, I the only thing that I can say is in our experience is the polarization doesn't get you anywhere. Like, we have to find ourselves in the middle in a way, and yeah, like the world is a crazy place right now. For us to distance ourselves, I feel like we have to, in some way, we have to understand each other, and yeah, that's what I have to say. I don't like,
That's great. Music is that common ground, of what you were saying.
Course, like, it's more easy to see the bad things in us. It's more difficult to find. It feels like it's more difficult to find the beauty in us as a human, and that doesn't make sense.
Very thoughtful. No, I appreciate that.
Thank you all so much. Congratulations.
Thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Take some time. Take that breath in. Celebrate.
There you go. Yeah, take it now. There you go.
There you go. A little throwback to Doechii's album there, it felt like.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congrats. Good job. Thank you.
Rawayana representing for Venezuela.
Yeah, I love it.
Look at them. I love it.
I love anytime somebody continues to take pride in where they're from.
Yeah, and they've been good about, standing up to standing up against censorship and beautiful things. throughout their music and staying true to who they are as artists, you know, whether someone agrees with their stance or not. So I think we're seeing a lot of, I think we're seeing a lot more artists take a stand, at least with the people that have come in and come through and talked to us today.
No, definitely.
No one's really skirted away from politics at all.
Green line. Right here. Right there. You good, bro?
Hello.
All right. So this is a treat. I feel like every time I open Instagram or social media, I am seeing you. Can you just talk about your meteoric rise over the last 2 years or so? I mean, can you wrap your head around it?
Just grind. You feel what I'm saying? Just streaming, having fun, doing what I love to do, and now we're here.
And I think what people love most about you is your authenticity. Can you just talk about just being you and not conforming or not changing?
That's the most important part. No matter where you at, no matter who you around, no matter what you're doing, be you at all times, okay? Don't change for nobody.
I love that.
Obviously, you're really big on Twitch, but I wondered for you, as TikTok is kind of in flux, how you're thinking about sort of social media and it's, you know,
I'm not thinking too much about it. If social media go away tomorrow, that's just how it is, you feel me? I'm gonna miss my community and stuff like that. But if the internet was to shut down tomorrow, you gotta just live on, you feel me?
If you were to give advice to an up-and-coming streamer, you know, somebody just kind of sitting at home right now trying to make it work, what's the one piece of advice you would give them in terms of how to build a community?
So I'm gonna look straight into this camera right here. I know a lot of people, where y'all from, whether it's New York, whether it's Philly, whether it's Baltimore, whether it's Chirac, y'all know how it get, y'all know what it is. We don't have to do certain things anymore to be where we want to be. Go write down that dream, chase that dream, and become obsessed with that dream. We don't gotta be in the streets. We don't gotta. If you're not really getting ball too much, you don't gotta play ball. Just do what you love to do. You feel me? If you like to play basketball, keep going. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. If you like to stream, keep going. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. And if you like to do music, keep going. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. Simple as that.
Man, I'm ready to find something now. Let's go. You got me motivated.
Yeah, go crazy, bro.
Man, it's always good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Inspiring. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because tonight, that was,
hilarious.
I don't know if I was expecting to be uplifted like that, but now I feel like, let me go write down another dream.
I know.
Yeah, no, that was very cool. I can see why so
great.
many people love him and his energy.
He's definitely got a personality, for sure. He's a big personality, yeah.
One of the things I also appreciate is his creativity.
Yeah.
It seems like he's always thinking up something new, and we didn't have enough time to ask him, but, you know, every time I see him going viral, there's always almost the next level.
Yeah.
And you got to have a team, but also that kind of forward thinking to be able to make that happen.
Yeah. I wish we had more time with them. It makes big sense I talk to him. So yeah.
So how are you doing? This is your first live Grammys carpet. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You know, it's a long carpet. It's a lot of energy down here, and it's been really fun to see the fashion looks and some of the wilder outfits I've been really into, for sure.
Oh, and obviously you interviewed Chapel, and that's one of the things that you were talking about earlier. So, you know, I want to interview her. How was that? She seemed so enthused.
Oh, yeah. She was great. She was super excited. It was short, but she was really, she looked great, obviously.
She looked wonderful,
She always brings the fun look. So, yeah, it's been fun. Has there been someone that stuck out to you, Gary, today that was fun to interview?
I mean, obviously, like, I love Rhapsody, so seeing her win, and I've probably interviewed her for every album.
Oh, wow.
And that's one of the questions I would always ask her is, like, are you appreciated? Does a Grammy really mean anything?
Yeah.
But I think you could tell by her emotion, you could tell by her eyes welling up that it really does mean something.
Yeah.
And Teddy Swims, my guy, I just talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Had a great interview with him, so it's good seeing him. You know, he's an expectant father.
Yeah. Oh,
and one of the cool things is that even though he just released an album, the only thing he's talking about is what he's going to do with this baby.
Oh.
And so that's pretty cool to see.
That's fun. I love that.
So who are we have posing right now?
Yeah.
I wonder, we are seeing a lot of sheer, like Morgan alluded to.
Yes.
And so, Morgan, if you are with us, can you tell us maybe why you think we are seeing so many sheer outfits? Like, is this a Grammys thing, or is there something that's happening in fashion right now?
It's definitely not just a Grammys thing. In fact, last year at the Vanity Fair Oscar party, there was so much cheer. It was actually everybody's headline. All the cheer dresses at the Vanity Fair Oscar party. So I don't know. I think people are kind of in this vibe where they want to maybe show off like different vibes, just like in a very elegant way. And you have Gracie Abrams here looking very bridal, actually, and very romantic in custom Chanel. She is now one of the Chanel girlies, which is really exciting. So, Chanel is obviously known for their classic black and white and also for their rose detailing. And so you can see the rose in the middle right there. And just, this is like I love this because it's very like romantic sheer. You know, we've seen nearly naked sheer tonight. We've seen sheer with blazers. You know, sheer can really be, you know, you can style it in any way. And I love how she's doing it in a very romantic way here. But then, of course, like we see right now, there will always be sheer, but then there will always be sparkles. Like, sparkles is always one of the things that you're going to see the most of at the Grammys. It's the most fun. Yes, and and then we have red again. You know, red is such a classic, and I love Tori Kelly in this red gown. I actually think this is stunning, and she's making a really great statement tonight because red is actually a color that you see at like the Oscars and the Emmys and on other red carpets, and we haven't really seen it too much tonight yet. But I really, really love this. It's so simple, but, you know, we talked about earlier the ruching. You have a really gorgeous ruche around the bodice and on the shoulders. I also love a shoulder pad and like an elevated sleeve, and I love when people do that. I saw that on someone's blazer earlier tonight, and I think that that's also really fun. We have another shoulder here. Oh, and then we have another girl in sheer, Norma Kamali, right next to her. So, I mean, yeah, I think the biggest trend of the night, apart from volumized sleeves, is definitely sheer. That's definitely taking it home tonight. But then we're also seeing, like we talked about earlier, a lot of black and people kind of elevating black in different ways, which, you know, black can sometimes be boring, but I think people are trying to put their own spin on it. And then, you know who's really slaying tonight? All the Best New Artist nominees. I mean, we've seen Chapel in her amazing Degas-inspired Gaultier gown. And then we saw Sabrina Carpenter looking really gorgeous in silk and feathers. And I saw Ray on the carpet earlier. She was wearing all black, but she was wearing a very glam, embellished black sweetheart gown, which is really classic, but she looked very, very cute. Kind of like had a Betty Boop haircut. So, I mean, yeah, now we're seeing a lot more diversity on the red carpet in terms of, you know, a little bit departure from the all black, but definitely the standouts, I think, is, you know, sheer sleeves, and then, yeah, black is kind of the undertone of the night for sure. So we can also talk about people's accessories and also makeup. Obviously, Chapel is the queen of makeup tonight, and then she had on with her really long gloves. She also had her nails on top of it. Nails have kind of taken over the carpet and have become their own thing. Another person who is really, really, really a fan of the nails is Cynthia Erivo. She's performing tonight, and I'm sure she'll be on the carpet soon. I talked to her briefly at a red carpet earlier in the year, and she was talking about her OPI Wicked nails. So, you know, nails are becoming also a part of the outfit trends that we're seeing a lot of too. And I believe this is Kesha, and I can see her nails too. Like, I love how people are really going for head to toe looks nowadays. So yeah, there's so much happening. I love it, and I'm loving this. It's super voluminous. Going back to the corset trend as well, because corsets are always something that are very present on red carpets. Oh, we have another.
Let me just have you step right on the grain. Perfect.
Beautiful. Can you see nothing with these photos?
I know, you look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
So we were just talking about, we have the same last name, so we've been trying to figure out if we're related.
Oh,
so I think
never
more
met a
me.
Hamilton that I wasn't related to.
So
I just feel like you're my cousin.
We got to do the swab, get the DNA. Well, we'll do it after the show.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously a big year. You had one of the best albums in all of R&B, and I'm not just saying that. What's it like just having so much acclaim for your writing, for your brilliance?
It's just a huge shout out to my peers. I've been in this business for 17 years now, and 12 of those years I spent writing with my fellow songwriters and producers, just trying to like eat. And so this acknowledgement, I mean, when you're doing this every day, your taste level is really high, especially for the voters. So for them to vote for me, for them to consider me, acknowledge me, it really is a huge, like, you did that. You know, it means more than any executive, because I know it's my peers really voting. You know, I vote and I know what the process is like. So for you to actually make it to this stage and then to take one home, super humbled, super grateful. I'm just happy to be here, really.
That's awesome.
You know, you've talked extensively about standing in your own, you know, power and your own truth, just as an artist, staying true to your sound. What has that been like for you? Just when you are in those meetings with music executives and saying, no, I'm not going to sway to do something, to do R&B or something for an artist outside of my own culture. I'm going to stick to what I believe in.
Would you eat a plate of food that you did not order or that was not appetizing? You would not. And if they insisted, you would probably leave. And it wouldn't be a big deal. It's not what you ordered. So that's how I treat it. When I smell, when my spidey senses start tingling, I'm like, oh, this is about to be some bull swanky. I just leave. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. Hope you figure out what you're trying to do. I hope you find what you're looking for. Unfortunately, I cannot participate. I just leave. And I don't get offended.
You know, one of the cool things that I love about you are the kind of backstories that you're putting on Instagram about certain things that happened in the industry and things that we didn't know.
I have way more stories. I haven't even started.
And I figured that, but I wonder, is there any concern or trepidation that you might be saying too much? Like, I know you're not afraid to rock the boat, but at a certain...
No, you know what? The way that I came up, literally no one helped me. Not one person that has the power to do anything helped me get to this point. The people that are helping me now believe in me, and so they would not encourage me to stay silent. And anyone who's really doing anything for real knows you don't have time to stop and be a hater if you're actually really out here making money and doing business. Anyone who would try to get in my way, you're not doing enough. You're bored. You know, the real hitters don't have time. So I think people are encouraging me. I got a lot of text messages, a lot of support. Like, you know what? You said that. Because a lot of people feel that way. They're just maybe in situations where they can't speak up. I don't have that problem. So what else you want me to say?
Well, keep them coming. I'll be waiting for the next ones.
I'll try to keep it cute. I ain't going to cuss nobody out or nothing.
Keep it cute, as you always do. It's always a pleasure talking with you.
You too, cousin.
You're so sweet, cousin.
I hope there's a...
I hope more than she
I feel like when I go on that show, I'm going to find out I'm related to a lot of people over here. Yeah.
That is awesome.
You guys have a good night. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for setting that standard for so many young artists as well.
Of course, man. Speak up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Thank you.
I love Muni Long.
Muni Long, one of the best R&B singers, producers, writers out there right now. Like she alluded to on when we were talking, she's written for a lot of your favorite artists, and sometimes we didn't know because she's been in the business so long.
What do they say? Your artist's favorite artist.
There you go, your artist's favorite artist.
Definitely Muni Long, and I love, you know, continuously she is speaking out against a lot of things that, you know, earlier artists might say, oh, I don't know if I can say anything. I don't know if I can push back. And she's showcasing, no. We're setting that new standard. You can speak up. You can fight for your music. You can fight for, you know, protecting, you know, your sound and the culture that you represent as well. So I love that.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it right on the head. You asked her about, like, standing in her truth. And that's something that she does. And even though some people may have not wanted her to do that, it's paid dividends. So it's very,
and she's still finding that success. So you can speak out, everybody. And look who it is.
Look
Hello.
who it is. It's right there. Perfect. Right there.
Oh,
yeah, on the green line. No worries. That one.
Oh, this one, okay.
There you go.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
I love this. A goddess, truly, in front of us right here.
I mean, we are talking to the Hillary Banks. I mean, you know.
Some days I'm Hillary, some days I'm Coco. It just depends on who's asking.
Depends on it. I mean, I guess, first off, what's it like already being a Grammy winner, being on one of the best shows on TV? Like, the past few years for you have been insane, but in the best possible way.
I mean, it's hard to describe, because it was so different a couple of years ago. And sometimes I get like Snapchat memories or album memories, and I'm like, woo, didn't know what was going on at all. Super glad that I just kept pushing through. But yeah, it's really indescribable. I think it's also like humbling because you realize that you don't really have control. The only thing you can do is show up and be yourself everywhere. And of course, when things get bigger, you kind of like forget. You just have to show up as yourself. That's all you had before. That's really all you have now. So that's what I'm reminding myself to do in this phase of my life where I'm approaching dropping my debut album.
Yes.
I mean, the Grammy win before the debut album, how did that, impact then when you went to approach that album and put those finishing touches together?
Girl, I was like, scrap it. No, I'm just kidding. I think I just have such a really high standard for myself and for what I put out into the world. I don't want anything that relates to anything, and I don't want to just not say anything. I feel like I have a platform to be able to, bring light and make people feel heard and seen. So I'm really tough on myself. But I'm happy that I gave myself more time instead of feeling like I need to rush to keep up with that consumer energy. So April 25th, it'll be worth the wait.
We can't wait. Well, then obviously we know you from TV, we know you from music, and sometimes, in the industry, people make you choose. Music is going so well right now. Is acting still at the forefront also?
Oh, absolutely. I have plans to film something this summer. I filmed another thing last summer. I feel like, with a good team, and I have an amazing team, you make it work, You might sacrifice a little sleep for now, but the payoff is great projects, and that's worth it to me.
I love it. Well, congratulations on all the
Thank
success.
you, guys.
And your co-star, Ollie, I talked to him recently, gave you a shout out, said you're helping him with his music, so we can't wait for that too.
Hey, I love Ollie. He's great. He's an amazing hard worker. He deserves it all.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much. She always looks amazing. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I love this suit, man. Yes, man, great. I might say best dressed today. I love that. Of course.
You both got the memo. The little details on the suit.
Thank you.
I love it.
I'm with it.
I love it. And Luis, we just talked to Coco, who is doing that blend of being a musician, but also being an actor as well. You just recently, dabbled into acting, set that forward. What was that like for you, stepping into that new world and establishing something different for yourself with your fans?
Yeah, so obviously music is my day job, but acting has always been a part of kind of what I've done. It's been part of my journey. I did a lot. Back in high school and college, I studied musical theater as well, so I love just being able to unite, music and just being in front of people and just being myself and being funny and being romantic and just expressing myself through music. So it was fun to be a part of a film, Say a Little Prayer. We shot in San Antonio. We had such a good time. I was able to write the music for the film as well. So, it's just about growing and being myself.
Let's combine those two worlds together in this project. And one thing I love is you're very open about, where you stand in politics, where you stand in just what's going on in the world. I'm so curious, just in the years that we're going into, how do you kind of see that blend of art and politics fusing together?
It's we have to be patient. I think patience is important right now. There are a lot of changes. I respect everybody's views. I think we're all allowed to have views, and I just hope that we get together and figure out how to always do positive things and treat each other with love and treat each other with respect. And it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter maybe if you have an accent. I think we all have to just love each other, respect, and put our heads down and go to work. Yeah.
use music as the tool to speak?
Music is medicine for the soul. You know, I think it's really important that we're here tonight in LA celebrating music. I think LA needed this.
Yeah.
Needed to come together. It needed that positive force. You know, obviously, you guys have been through a lot. You know, LA has been through a lot.
Yeah.
But the world wants LA to get back up on their feet and keep doing what they do.
No, I love seeing the unity between everyone here. Thank you so much, Luis. I appreciate it. Muchas gracias.
It's always good talking to you.
I'll be standing, Julia, right behind that line over here. A little bit, there you go. You look beautiful.
So pretty.
We were just talking about sheer is the trend that we're seeing, you know, on the carpet. You look fabulous, adding in the jewels there.
Thank you.
But, you know, we're also seeing this year a lot of songwriters, a lot of producers being honored as well. What does it mean to you to kind of be, you know, no longer behind the artist, but also in the forefront in your own right as well?
I mean, it's beautiful. Producers obviously have been more recognized for a while. Songwriter of the Year has only been around for a couple of years. I really believe songwriting is the backbone of the music. I mean, there wouldn't be songs if there weren't anything for you to sing when you're crying or you're happy or you're dancing. So it is just so beautiful, and just to see all my friends here and getting the recognition they deserve is special. Really so special.
And can you just talk about being a woman, you know, in that category? Because for so long, it was still, and obviously it's a new category, but we were still seeing men, you know, leading it. And so we slowly but surely we started to see women in it as well.
Yeah, actually Amy Allen won tonight, which is the first woman to win Songwriter of the Year. And I hope that just continues. You know, it's really rare that you listen to a song on radio and the top 10 songs on the radio aren't written by women. So it's fantastic.
And what needs to be done to, because we know about parody in country music, but overall there's still a big divide in parody between, you know, men on the charts, women on the charts, men producers, women producers, songwriters.
I think that's changing though.
Is it?
I mean, look at the top categories in Album of the Year this year. Yeah. You can't feel that?
So that's
Come on now.
Yeah, so you do feel like it is changing.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Sure. And do you feel do you feel it when you go into a lot of these meetings with other artists or with executives of no longer kind of having to showcase your talent, but already have that respect the minute you walk into the room?
I don't do a lot of meetings.
Okay.
Because I don't like that. But I feel less like I have to prove myself when I'm in the room with people. I think maybe in my 20s I did, and then in my 30s, I'm now 31, I realized that I'm a human, and some days we're going to write amazing songs, and sometimes we're not, and that's okay. You know, I think over time I put a lot of pressure and expectation on myself, but at the end of the day, we get to do what we love every day. We get to make music, and we get to touch people all over the world. Like, that is such a beautiful experience.
And I have one last question for you. You know, you've penned for Selena Gomez in the past. I know fans are wondering if she's going to dabble back into music. Do you have any insight on that?
I mean, that is definitely not something I can tell you or you.
Tell us right now in front of the whole world.
The whole exclusive.
But I love her, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
And just one more question. I'm sorry. Because you were just talking about pressure and feeling a certain way when you were younger, I can't help but notice your tattoo, Speak Up. If you feel like it, can you tell me about the significance of it?
Yeah, I think as a woman, I've always tried to dim myself for other people, or maybe not have spoken up when I felt like I probably should have. And, you know, the older you get, the more you evolve, the more you change, the more you grow, the more you do work on yourself, the more you realize, oh, that's going to change. That has to change. And I think that's why a lot of women are here today. Like, they're really realizing how powerful they are. And, I mean, this is proof. Album of the Year, all these nominations, this is proof.
Speak up.
The change is happening. The change is happening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Such a joy to
Julia.
talk
We
with you.
appreciate your time. Thank you.
You
Thank
too.
you. Julia Michaels,
That was so cool. Yeah.
another great writer behind so many hits, so many pop
hits,
stars
yeah.
as well. I love it. It's
No, I mean, it's always good when you can see the impact that the dreams of someone that they had as a child is now manifested. You know what I mean? And I think it was really, really cool. She was talking about she used to have a problem speaking up. Maybe there were some words that she left on the table, and now that is no more.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful to see. And like, Muni Long speaking up, Julia speaking up. I love it. And I love that you asked her about the tattoo as well. We always paying attention, Gary. Always paying attention.
Always paying attention. Trying to.
No, I love it.
And look who's on the fashion cam right now, Mustard. If you're Kendrick Lamar fans, you know the Mustard shout out that is right there. It's kind of hard to avoid Kendrick this past year and a half or so.
Oh man, I'm curious to see what he's gonna sport for these Grammys.
Pumping in cold air now. You feel that? I feel like they're pumping in cold air.
Yeah. Finally get some air through here. Oof. Coming off the Brat tour, spending that time with Charlie, really cultivating that partnership, what was that like for you?
I mean, it was just such a joy. I think for me, and I don't want to speak for her, but I think for Charlie as well, touring is kind of like a precarious thing sometimes, and to be able to share it with a friend and have someone to kind of like ground you was so fun. And I'm also just really proud of what we achieved creatively. It was like incredible, yeah. We played Madison Square Garden. It was awesome.
Well, and obviously, you like she's been working at this for so long, and to see her kind of explode this summer, what's that been like for you?
Unbelievable. I think like gay people have been knowing about Charlie XCX for a really long time, and so for everyone else to kind of like catch up is very, very satisfying to watch. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you Thank you. Troye Sivan. He has had an amazing few years, especially this last year. It was cool seeing him. I think it was the last stop of the Brat tour. He did the apple dance in the middle of the crowd. Yeah,
amazing.
It was cool to see.
That was great. It was so cool.
And we have Cynthia Erivo just arrived. Is Ariana Grande nearby? That's what we want to know too. The duo, the Wicked duo. I loved seeing them together.
And you did that interview with them.
They were great, yeah. And Morgan, tell me, Cynthia always has the best red carpet look. She pulls out the most unique just pieces. She always has the nails that match as well. What has been your favorite, and what are you loving just about what we can see right now from the limo cam?
Oh my gosh, so what I can see right now, I think she's doing the suit look for this evening, which we just talked about. We've seen a lot of on the carpet, but Cynthia is such, a fun fashion innovator. She wears so many cool things. Obviously, the Wicked Press Tour was really just the world's best fashion press tour between her and Ariana of all time. It was so entertaining, so fun to watch. We talked about Louis Vuitton a little bit earlier. She also just wore Louis Vuitton at the Golden Globes. So we know that she is a fan of LV. It will be interesting to see what she has on tonight. But yes, when I talked to her earlier I'd say this month, but in January at the National Board of Review here in New York, we were talking about her OPI nails. Her nails are, I think she said they took 5 hours. It's pretty crazy how long it is to do a full makeup look, your outfit, and then you're sitting and doing your nails. And we asked her, like, well, what are you doing during that time? And she said everything. I'm checking my emails, I'm on my phone. She was like, I could do everything in these nails, which is like amazing. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome to see her full look. And I love when people do the deconstructed suit look, and you know, the tie is also something. We're seeing a lot of ties. Ties were really popular on the runways, and so we think that's going to be another big accessory and fashion addition for not only award season, but just within this fashion season. So yeah, I can't wait to see her full look. I also hope Ariana is here. I know she's nominated tonight, and I love Ariana's looks as well. So yeah, I'm hoping for, you know, another chance to celebrate their wicked, amazing fashion on the red carpet together.
Like, I'm so used to seeing them together. I'm like, if I see one, I'm looking for the other immediately. And
holding
we had
space for them.
Holding space for them.
Always
I love
holding
that.
space for them.
And we
on the
also
red
had,
carpet.
you know, I think it was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have a lot of green this year. Well, I mean, I know that's not been a big night for on the carpet, but I was trying to go for brat green with the nails, and they were out of it. So it's like more wicked green.
There you go.
Black, green, and black.
Okay, paying homage.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan.
Once again, we would be lost without Morgan on the fashion.
I know.
I am so
she's
thankful.
really holding it down.
And I am excited as well just to see Cynthia.
Okay.
And you know what, y'all? One of my dreams might be coming true in a second. Just chatting with potentially Doechii.
Okay.
So if you see me lose my cool for a second.
Leslie's been really
Please
excited
don't
for
judge
Doechii for the past few days.
I mean, for my life. No, just kidding. For the last few years.
We've been hearing about it for the past couple days.
They have heard it for the last few days.
Yeah.
Listen, you're getting your moments. I'm getting mine.
Yeah,
Gary's getting his. We're all getting those beautiful times that we get to talk about after this show.
Totally.
And again, thank you to everyone who's just been sticking around with us for this long. I know you all have your own party in the chat, talking amongst each other. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing Anita here.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's walked yet. I might have missed her. So please let us know if you saw her walking earlier, if we still need to keep an eye out for her as well. But, you know, it's so beautiful just to see, like Julia Michaels was saying, just the amount of women that are nominated in big categories, you know, no longer in the smaller categories. I can't wait to see even more progress take place within the music industry, where we'll see people of various cultures, you know, various backgrounds also get that recognition moving forward as well, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, it's been great.
But I guess we'll find out. TBD. Let's let the Grammys continue to progress forward and forward.
Exactly.
And you know, there's also questions that you all want us to ask. Some of your favorites. You know, we're still going to be here for quite some time. So drop those in the chat as well. We do have people who are watching them, writing them down, and then relaying that over to us. We want to make sure this is a collaborative experience with all of y'all. So we really, really appreciate it. And you know, I know Gary asked you earlier, Krista, but how does it feel so far being here?
It's been fun. I mean, it's been a great, you know, it's just it's so much energy, so many different people coming throughout the carpet, and just like different eras, different people of different genres, and it's just been really so fun. And we're getting ready for Leslie's.
Hello.
All right, I like this mic.
Look at you.
You look amazing.
Amazing. You have had an amazing career, but amazing last year. Just what has it been like, you know, seeing that fan base increase and extend on an even more global scale, especially after that NPR Tiny Desk?
It's been really cool seeing people gravitate towards my quirky stories about my life. I think I couldn't have never predicted that. So it's really cool. Yeah.
And just you had Issa Rae come on with one of your songs as well. Can you talk about how that collaboration came together?
You know, one of my close team members, she was like, maybe Issa should do this. It reminds me of when Issa's rapping in the mirror. And I was like, I think that would be cool. And we just called her and she was with it, like immediately. It was really cool.
Oh my goodness. And my last question for you, that Kendrick sign off. Yeah. Tell me, how does it feel? And then, what are you looking forward to of being with him, here at the awards tonight?
I mean, amazing. Kendrick is literally one of the greatest rappers alive. And so that cosign meant everything to me. And I'm very excited. And hopefully I see him tonight.
Hopefully. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Doechii. Congratulations. Thank you. Doechii, I love her.
How are you doing,
so
Leslie?
Talented.
Are you okay?
I'm doing okay. I mean, she's amazing. I think one thing that's great, and outside of just the talent that she has as a rapper, we've talked to her on quite a few carpets now, and every time Doechii takes the time to chat with us, talk about new music, talk about new trends that are coming up. So, she's put in the work, she's put in the years of. She looks amazing. The fashion, oh my God. Cardi B has arrived. Morgan, are you able to kind of take a look at her dress? Tell us, what she's wearing or what trend it goes on to. We're actually going to toss to Morgan in a little bit. But look at Cardi looking fabulous. She has had a lot of change happening in her life, being very vocal on social media as well. She's really let fans in. I'm curious to see if a lot of what has happened recently will inspire a new album and what songs will come out of that as well.
No, I think you're right. The one thing Cardi is she's not quiet.
Mm-hmm.
She always speaks her mind. I think that adds to her authenticity and why so many fans love her. Because, not many celebrities of her stature and that have the following she has will just get on Instagram Live at random times and just speak for 30 minutes, an hour and a half, just pouring out her life. And I think that's why, fans have such a connection with her. So I'm anxious, number one, just to hear a new album, because it's been a while. But to see how these huge life changes will impact the art that she makes.
I know fans are pulling for her to use a song from an artist named La India and kind of meshing in a little bit more of those, those Latin roots into her music. She's done it in the past, but in terms of just her solo stuff versus, a collaboration.
Right. No, I mean, one thing that we know is that, anything Cardi touches tends to do very, 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 very well. So we know that if she does have, whether it's a song like that or another collaboration, we know that it's going to be very well done.
Oh, yeah. We'll be hearing it at parties for centuries and centuries to come. I won't be here to hear them, but
you took the words
I'm sure they will
be here. I'm glad you must have the secret.
I found the fountain of youth, Gary.
Yeah. Oh, now we're looking at Olivia Rodrigo arriving.
Let's take a look. There she is, Olivia. Yeah,
looking stunning.
We got to chat with her producer earlier.
We did, yeah.
I remember watching, I forgot if it was online or a documentary. It wasn't the most recent documentary she just released, but seeing that process she had with Daniel and how they sat together and collaborated. And I think it was, oh my gosh, I think it was Good For You, I believe was the song where they were like, I don't know if we're done with the album, had the inspiration, did it all in like one night. I could be wrong, so please Olivia Rodrigo fans correct me, but did it in one night, and boom, that became one of those big singles off that album.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm also, we were talking about it with her producer, the fact that he can create hits for Olivia, hits or collaborate on hits with Chapel.
Yeah.
It's very cool, and it says a lot about him and his particular genius.
And just the diversity he brings to music.
Yeah.
And hello to, we have one of our first responders here today.
The fire chief, we always say we have special guests. But I think, no, we truly are honored to have a true special guest, sir. So thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having us. I mean, my thanks go out to the music industry for including so many of my men and women from my fire department, 5,000 strong, to come and recognize us and give us a moment of healing is just absolutely amazing.
And we know that recently 100% of the fires have been contained.
Absolutely 100% contained. But you know what? The fight isn't over, because now we're going to be standing alongside the residents and the communities that lost so much during these tragedies, and we're going to recover and we're going to rebuild, and we're not going to leave them until the job is done. You know, LA strong. We are in it for the long haul.
And can you talk about just what it was like seeing that unity of people coming together, you know, sending donations, meals to first responders, people jumping in to help neighbors put out the last of their fires as well. What did it mean to you to see that?
Well, it means so much to me as the fire chief of the LA County Fire Department, but I really want to highlight Music Cares Fire Relief, a great organization to donate to, because you know those dollars are going to go to the residents and communities that need help right now. It doesn't surprise me, but it's always so gratifying to see it happen spontaneously. And this is Los Angeles, the home of the music industry, the home of the film industry. We're an amazing city. We're stronger together.
You know, I think lastly, we all know that people have short memories. And so now that the fires are over, particularly if you don't live in this area, you've probably gone on with the rest of your life already. But a lot of these residents will need help for months or years to come. So can you just talk about how the world should make sure they're not forgotten as time goes on?
Well, you have my pledge as their fire chief to be there with them every step of the way. And our number one focus right now is recovery and rebuilding. And we're not going to leave them behind. We're going to make sure it gets done. Our chair of our Board of Supervisors has made it her priority, Catherine Barger, to make sure that we're there for them.
But what would be your pledge to the rest of the world outside of Los Angeles?
Take care of the community you live in. Disaster's always just a moment away. You have to, it's the humanity that makes us the loving people that we truly are when you come together and you help your fellow person who needs a hand up. And we've been doing that our whole careers. Firefighting is a calling. It's not a job. It's not a career. We had firefighters on the line who lost their homes that were out there protecting and serving others, because life is the most precious gift that we all have.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We appreciate your time.
Yeah, it's
Thank
been
you.
amazing. Thank
well,
you.
And you know, I don't want to make this personal. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. We've had people on our staff who have lost our homes. Yeah. Ryan Pearson, who's bravely here working today, lost everything. We have Chris Bozzello, who is displaced because of fire. So we know people that have been affected. Yeah. So we just want to say thank you on behalf of them
welcome.
As well.
It's our pleasure. It's our honor. It's our job to do this.
Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate the time.
Okay. Yes.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Maroney. And while we have him, you know, and I want to give a shout out to Ryan, who's working today, Chris, who's working today. And while we have, you know, Music Cares, Fire Relief, and we have donations pouring in, a lot of people still need help. And so, you know, if you are watching right now, if you go to my Instagram page, my Instagram stories, I have the GoFundMes for Ryan up right now and Chris up right now, who is displaced. So if everybody watching this just gave $5, they could begin to rebuild their lives. And again, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but Ryan means so much to us. Chris, who still fortunately has his house but can't get in it because of the devastation that has taken place in his neighborhood, they do need help. And so if everybody can just go to my Instagram page, @GaryG Hamilton, go to my stories, and there are links to Ryan's GoFundMe as well as Chris's GoFundMe. So,
thank you so much, Gary, for sharing that. And I think, you know, this is something that's going to be, you know, a long time coming. Like Chief was saying, you know, it's going to be months of rebuilding, months of recovering things,
if
and
not
so
longer.
That's why, you know, events events like this are needed to bring in those relief efforts as well. I chatted with a lot of artists, visual artists, musicians who lost everything, and so it's not just a quick process.
It's affected so many people.
It has,
and you could speak better to it because you're here, but even living in New York, we see, you know, I know people affected or friends of friends that have been affected. It's really touched so many people.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful to see the community come together.
Shout out to Ryan and Chris. We're so happy that they're here today with us.
know, the night continues, you all. We are, I think 30 minutes out from the end of
Already?
this carpet. It's gone by
Wow.
fast. It's gone by very quickly. Your
I'm
feet
not
feel
wearing
it?
heels, but I'm starting to feel it.
I wore a smaller heel this year because the last few years, you all, I was dying. I said, someone give me an Oscar because my feet are numb. My feet are numb.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, there's
goodness. And
Cardi.
Cardi B
There's
just
Cardi
walking
B.
through, looking fabulous. We see her over
Look,
here.
Cardi B.
She's unfortunately gone to the next outlet, so we will not be
we'll see
chatting
if we
with
can
Cardi,
bring her
but
over
we're
here.
gonna
We'll
try.
see.
We're gonna try. I hope so. I need to know if that new album is around the corner soon. I don't think she'll tell us. Or maybe we'll get that
You
exclusive.
never know with Cardi. You never
We
know.
might get the exclusive here. Who knows? Who knows? But I'd be looking forward to that as well. And you know, earlier we were talking album of the year, best new artist, song of the year.
Oh, wow,
Another
that's a big one,
great category where we see Not Like Us. You were talking about Mustard earlier. You know, Kendrick, I mean, that song carried us. Talk about LA unity. That definitely
might have been
became
world unity.
that was world global unity. I'm sorry, Drake. Global unity through and through. But you know, for song of the year, we have, you know, artists like Shabuzi, Billie Eilish, Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift and Post Malone,
So many
Chappell
great songs,
Roan,
yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, Beyonce.
Beyonce, Texas Hold'em.
It's been
And
been
Beyonce
great.
just also announced her tour.
She did.
The Cowboy Carter
Will
tour.
you be going?
I mean, I'm a Houstonian, so I have to go support Beyonce. It's my duty.
There you go. There you go. You got the cowboy look ready.
Well, you know, we have.
Or is that a part of
It
being
is a
from
Houston thing. It is a
Okay.
Houston
Okay.
thing. We have Go Texan Day in Houston. The rodeo's coming up actually this month. So yeah, maybe I'll go home and go to the rodeo. You know, concerts and lots of fun. It's one of the best things about Houston.
That'd be
but
actually
yeah.
really cool if she mixed in a rodeo with Cowboy Carter and kind of brought those worlds together. We saw it a little bit on that Netflix special, so
We did, yeah.
possibly. I'd look forward to that. And here's Olivia Rodrigo, and now we can see the full outfit from what we saw at the limo cam. Morgan, tell us a little bit about of what Olivia's got on, who she's wearing, and she's fitting into that trend that we saw of the all-black look.
Yeah, so we have an all-black cutout look here. This look actually takes me back to, like, you know, what you kind of see classically at the Grammys with just the way, the shaping, and then the cutout. It's very sexy, but it's also, like, glamorous. And she always keeps her hair really simple on red carpets, and it just always kind of flows and, like, just goes with her. Like, it's really effortless, and I think she looks really, really beautiful. I mean, obviously, you know, we were looking to see a little bit more color this year, but we love this black look. This is probably one of the best black looks of the night.
Thank you so much, Morgan. And you know what? We have a legend, an icon right in front of us right now.
So
hello. It's all truth. It's all
very
truth. Tell me, how does it feel seeing just we're talking earlier about just the progression of the Grammys in terms of allowing artists to step outside of genres, recognizing that, and kind of leading more towards experimental works of art that are being recognized?
Well, I, for one, as a fellow artist, have been an advocate for genreless leaps and bounds, you know what I mean? One thing being derivative of the other, being a culmination of core, you know what I'm saying, like, and creative energy, expression and expansion. So these things are important as fundamental practices, and I'm glad that the institution is now acknowledging the alternative means of, getting to that point of realization. And so, yes, I feel like I have fought on behalf of those civil rights, if you will. So yeah, I feel great about it.
You were one of the front runners. I'm a Goody Mob kid.
Oh, well.
Who then transferred to Gnarls Barkley and Crazy, which was totally a different sound.
Exactly.
You have never been boxed in. So where did you get that confidence to try new things? Because especially in hip hop, that wasn't necessarily embraced.
Well, it's easy to be an individual because you really don't have a choice. So all you can do is embrace that quintessentialness, that exclusivity, that individuality, make sense of the jigsaw puzzle, put those little pieces of yourself together for the bigger picture. And that's what it's all about. But it's a process, you know what I mean? But you have to take pride in the process and be shameless about it, be yourself on purpose. That's what style is all about. And speaking of very stylish, my lovely woman, Shawnee, it looks really beautiful tonight. My son, Kingston, you understand that this is a family thing, you know what I mean?
I love it.
So, I just want to acknowledge these wonderful people next to me.
And tell us about, just the looks that you all have today, the cohesion. Where did the inspiration come from?
Would you like to talk about our inspiration, darling, please?
Last year we did gold. We were literally solid gold, head to toe. And this year we decided to go with black, but we wanted to do it not just in a simple black, but we wanted to do Renaissance style. So something that's excellent, something that's black, but something that's still Renaissance. So that's us.
Timelessness.
Timeless
Not trend,
royalty.
but timeless.
There we go.
I love it. Thank you all so much for
Thank you guys for having us for just a moment. May the best group, solo artists, country, rock, jazz, instrumental, everybody. We're all winners here tonight. We love music. We support music. That's why we're here. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. The one and only CeeLo Green.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate
you so much. I mean, the fits, the looks, every time. CeeLo's always going to have a theme going.
Always. I mean, he's so creative. And again, that's one of the beautiful things about the Grammys is that we're seeing all of this creativity in one place. You might have a Doechii run into a CeeLo, who then runs into either any creative artist. I think that's one of the best things about this award show.
And it's cool to see just the storytelling behind a lot of the looks as well. And I know Morgan was sharing us earlier what Olivia was wearing. Morgan, tell us, now what you're seeing just on the fashion cam and how these looks continue to follow those trends you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so we're looking at some more sheer beaded. I'm loving the feathers that are kind of coming in tonight. I mean, Chapel had the feather headdress on. I think it was Muni Long who had the feather boa, which also kind of goes with the sleeves. So yeah, I'm enjoying seeing the accessories there. We have some more black, but I love this. She's giving drama with this outfit. And this is like the elevated shoulders and also kind of like the high-low look, which we love. And oh my gosh, another white suit. Okay, I love the white suits. Noah Khan had on the all-white suit earlier with the black shoes, and we're seeing it again. So this is, and I think that's very sleek, and I love the sunglasses on the red carpet. I know Miley Cyrus did that at the Golden Globes, and we just saw her briefly also in black tonight. So it's always so fun. The cool girl sunglass vibe is great. And we have Coco Jones here in cutouts, which goes back to what we were talking about with Olivia Rodrigo. The cutouts is a very classic Grammy look, thanks to J-Lo's iconic Versace glass Grammy look. It's just, it's always on the Grammys red carpet, and I love that this like burnt red color, because we're not totally blending in with the carpet, but we're still a little offset. But she looks very cute. I love that her hair matches. Again, having your hair, your nails, the makeup really brings together a full look, and so I think Coco looks amazing here, and I just can't wait to see what more people are wearing as we kind of end the red carpet for tonight later. But it's definitely been a nice range of things, from cutouts and feathers to all black, and of course going back to sequins here. Sequins, glitter, it's always a Grammy staple, right? So yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot now. It's definitely getting a lot more interesting. I think in the beginning we were a little like, all right, there's a lot of black here, but, we're finally departing from that, and it's going to be, can't wait to see what else we're seeing.
Thank you so much, Morgan.
And it looks like We have Miley Cyrus, who is walking right by us. And she is dressed in leather and looking very, very, very pretty. Yeah, and Lainey Wilson.
It's interesting how these artists now are walking around with ASL people. Like that's a new thing. It's a thing now, right? Really? Tapping into new viewers, I guess.
So Cardi B just arrived. She's wearing custom Roberto Cavalli. Looks stunning. I mean, this is, I think, the first real gold look we're seeing tonight, which is, it's honestly, I love everything about this. And Cardi is known for going, obviously, very over the top. She famously had the Mugler kind of shell look at her past Grammys, and so this is. Honestly, this is actually maybe kind of understated for her, but it's not understated at all. You have a completely feathered train. I'm actually going to call out feathers now as being one of the trends of the night because we've seen it on Sabrina, we've seen it on Chapel, and I mean, yeah, it's a feathered sequin gown, so there's nothing like subtle about this, but she has it minimally styled, and her hair is also perfect. It's very old Hollywood glam. I love that she's giving this old Hollywood glam vibe with the long nails as well. But yeah, this is like very. I love glam Cardi. I mean, she looks fantastic. It looks like it's hard to walk in, but it looks. I mean, she's really slaying the photos, and I think she's just enjoying herself at it because she looks like she's really posing and. Yeah, she looks really, really amazing, and I think that this is just a really like a different look. I mean, but yeah, dare we say it's demure Cardi because for anybody else it's definitely not. But like she looks a lot softer, and I think it's great. And if you can look soft in sequins, you know that's awesome. So yeah, I love this look. I think this might be one of my favorites of the night.
I love the look.
Thank
you
you.
look amazing. You know, one of the great things that I really admire about the work that you've done throughout your career is speaking out in favor of artists taking time for their mental health. Can you talk about just what that has meant to you to have that platform and just to also see the way it's impacted not just fans but also your peers as well?
Yeah, well, music has a big power, of make people get attention from what we said, right? I think music is just, it's not the end, it's the way you can connect with people in different ways, and that's why mental health to me is really important. I'm open about talking about anxiety, depression, and everything because, people see artists like they're superstars and they're not in this world, but we are, and I'm always open to talk that I'm a human, I'm vulnerable, and that's how I connect with the people and letting them know that they're not alone. And right now, more with this situation with the immigrants and Latinos, just sending them a lot of love and strength for the situation and their mental health.
Yeah, and it's seeing just the music industry come together tonight as well, just supporting the wildfires. Outside of the work that you're doing with mental health as well, is there another cause or something that you'd like to shine a light on today, given just with the platform that you have?
Well, right now I'm really, really once again concerned about our people, in the immigrant situation. Not every immigrant it's a bad person. They're not, and it doesn't mean that they're, doing a felony or something like that. So I used to be illegal when I was like 10 years ago, painting houses here in the States. And I know how it feels. Then I came back and then I, worked hard with music, and then he opens the door again for me to be in this country. But I know how it feels to be in the other side of the world. So it's really painful.
Thank you so much, J Balvin, just for sharing that and using this time to shine the light. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on being here tonight. Thank you.
That suit is fire, man. It's fire.
Thank you so much. Gracias.
Yes.
J Balvin in the house. I love that he's, does work not only through his music, but also for many social causes as well. We have Will Smith on the fashion cam here. We saw Willow and Jaden earlier. Hello. How are you? Let me have you hold this. The gold nails, all looking fab. Coming off, releasing your album, going on tour. Tell me, what does it feel like?
And just winning? How
does it feel, seeing all this acclaim for a project that you've put so much heart and so much soul into?
I'm really happy, number one, but especially for the people that worked on the song and the album. I'm just really happy that they also feel like they've been acknowledged through that. And my mom's here, and I'm just... This is like her birthday present. Tomorrow's her birthday, so I'm just really excited for her and us. Yeah.
Oh, I love that you got to share that moment with her.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
What's it been like for you? And obviously, we look at Afro beats, we look at songs and music coming from the continent throughout the last year and a half or so. What's it like being one of the faces of the movement and people looking really to you for direction and almost steering the ship?
I feel blessed, and I feel like as much as I think, I have something and I'm talented and I have all these gifts, there's so many talented African young artists in Africa that are going to come out and even do more than me. And I feel like it's some kind of crazy, weird blessing to be someone that inspires someone that is looking at me right now and thinking I could do that too, and that makes me feel like I have some kind of purpose or mission, Well,
then lastly, quickly, I know you're very conscious of the art you put out, even conscious of the way you dress in a studio and things like that. And I appreciate how conscious and intentional you are. Can you just talk about why you're so intentional?
Human beings are human beings. I don't judge, I just kind of adjust, and I just always have a goal in my mind and make sure I achieve that goal no matter like regardless of anybody else. So with regarding to the studio, it's what it is, and I have to do what I have to do, and that's it. Like, you know, I don't have time to think too much about why it's happening, because I can't alone as one person change it. But in that moment, I can do something about it to help the situation, you know. And I think it's really case by case basis. But I'm doing my best.
I appreciate your music. I appreciate you. I'm so glad we got a chance to talk.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Again.
Thank you so
Of
much.
course.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you so much.
Ooh, Tems.
Tems,
I got to see
yeah.
her live
Did
recently
you?
in October.
Her voice is so beautiful. Yeah.
Oh my God. It
No, I
is
love Tems.
transcendent completely. Just hearing her voice, hearing just the angelic notes that come out of her mouth.
And
the
even just
melodies,
like her
yes.
presence right now I think that's a great word, angelic.
Yeah.
You know, you feel a little lighter after talking to her.
Oh, I love Tems. I'm excited that we got to chat with her. Amazing with the golds here. Now, you have done a lot of beautiful work just in terms of giving back to LA residents during the wildfire. I know that you also, lost a home as well. What has this time been like for you? And what gave you that courage to say, I want to jump in and help others out as well?
It's been such a scary and heartbreaking, devastating time. And when it happened, I was just in such shock. But I told my husband right away, like, we need to do whatever we can to support people. People have lost everything, their animals, their family members, their homes. It's just been so heartbreaking, but it's been really incredible to see so many people coming together and supporting each other and helping each other out. And I think that's been really beautiful to see.
It's been amazing just to watch that immediate unity within LA. I was like, everyone says we're superficial here, but we're showcasing the other side.
It's funny you say that, not to cut you off. I actually talked to you and Nicole a few weeks ago for the show during the junket, and we kind of were laughing about the fakeness of LA at the time, and obviously the fires hadn't happened yet. But from your perspective, being born and raised here, what's it like seeing the whole LA area kind of come together and be there for one another?
It's just been, that's the silver lining in all of this. It's just been like something out of a horror film. It just like was unreal that what was happening, and just to see how strong and resilient this town is as well, and just to see everyone lifting each other up, everyone supporting each other, and I think that really shows just how special this place is.
That's awesome.
Thank you for sharing with us as well.
And thank you for all you do. I know you do a lot of humanitarian work that you don't always get credit for, but you have a great heart, so thanks for all that you do.
Thank you. And have fun.
I hope it
tonight
inspires
as well.
others to do the same.
Thank you, Paris.
It already has. Thank you, Paris.
And enjoy the night. It's still a fun night. Enjoy the night.
You look fabulous in the golds. Fully enjoy, Thank you, love. Thank you.
Paris Hilton, that's pretty cool.
I love Paris Hilton.
And people forget, the trendsetter. Up, we see Taylor Swift walking
Taylor
along.
Swift coming
We see
on
Taylor.
by, rocking that red, that Chiefs red.
Yeah, Taylor Swift in all red. And there is literally a mob that is following her. So now all we need is Beyonce, right?
Beyonce
All
needs
we
to
need
walk
is
on
Beyonce.
by, and it will be set.
That is awesome.
Oh man, we got quite a few names tonight, Gary.
I mean, hey, you know.
Every time, legend after legend after legend.
Wait, we question, Cynthia, question.
And look who we have
How are
here.
you? I haven't seen you in so long. So good to see you. I know. I'm so happy to see you.
Cynthia, let's have you step back just a little bit over here.
And of course, we will make this quick because you are such an in-demand woman. But just tell us what this year has been like for you. I think the last time I talked to you was for your album. And so much has happened since then.
This is it. I mean, and we have another album coming. So it's like, this has been the wildest, most amazing, most incredible journey anyone could ever ask for, let alone me. So I feel really grateful, but I feel grounded. And I just want to try and be present for every moment that happens. Yeah.
How are you making sure you stay present?
Because good people, and also just reminding myself, you know, because it could go away at any second. And so I think if I keep reminding myself that's the thing, I can be present in each moment. Yeah. I can still be like the kid who was excited, you know? I used to watch the Grammys and now I'm here and I get to sing on the stage. I used to watch the Oscars and now I'm on the stage, you know? To remind myself that the little girl is still present in all of this, so she still gets to enjoy it and I get to enjoy it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Cynthia,
so much.
and congratulations on everything.
You too. Thank you for asking that question.
No, I mean, thank you for always being so sweet. You are one of the most sweetest people that I've met. I know this industry comes with a lot, but you've always remained the same. So thank you for stopping.
Thank you.
You didn't have to stop, but
No,
you
but
stopped.
I want to.
Thank you so much.
It's been a long time and I want
It's
to
been
say
a long
hello.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, congrats
Have
again.
a good night.
You too.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
For you. And the nails, fabulous. Every time. Every time. Thank you, love. Oh, I love Cynthia. She's so sweet. She has
Cynthia's
the killer outfits every
she's
time.
Wonderful. Yeah. You know,
And I love just how heartfelt her answers always are.
Yeah.
You know, when I spoke to her on the Wicked Junket, you've spoken to her quite a few times now. It's never a throwaway answer from
It's
her.
never a throwaway
It's something
answer.
thoughtful. It's something that leaves you, you know, wanting more and wanting more conversation with her, sparking conversation with others about that interview.
And I can imagine how tough it is because so much attention is surrounded Wicked, so much, you know, fanfare, but as you can see, she's being intentional about staying grounded and not getting swept up into everything celebrity can be.
Yeah. No, she is amazing. I mean, potential EGOT soon. We'll see what happens soon. And look, Taylor Swift, as we said earlier, we saw her walking in. She's arrived. She's here on the fashion cam for all of us to see. She's got that Chiefs red on. I wonder, do you think Travis Kelce is somewhere nearby?
Yeah, well, that scream was for Cynthia, though. She was just singing next to us.
She was doing the defying gravity.
I don't know if Travis has an important game to.
That is true. That is true.
to prepare for. I don't know if he's at the Grammys.
He said, I can't fly down to the Grammys
Yeah,
right
you better
now.
be working on catching those passes and running the right routes.
Super Bowl. Football fans at home said, I'm sorry, he's where? Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We don't see him here. We don't see him here.
You know, Morgan, we are seeing Taylor sparkling red. Can you just talk about her outfit? She's looking beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, this is one of Taylor's already best award show looks, like ever, maybe. It looks like Versace. I love the corset and I love the draping, and it's also looks like chainmail. It's very beautiful. And one thing that we were just trying to decipher, it looks like there is a dangling little T hanging from the split of the dress. And of course, you know, everyone's wondering, is the T for Taylor? Is it for Travis? I'm going to say it's for Travis because I think we're making a statement here in Chiefs red. You know, and honestly, red is not really a color Taylor wears on the red carpet. You know, in the past, she's worn black and white, navy. You know, red is normally a very bold choice on the carpet. So I think this is, you know, she's got she's making two statements here. She's supporting the Chiefs, she's supporting Travis, and she might also be saying, like, I'm coming in hot because I might be winning some things tonight. So, you know. And then, of course, she pairs it with the iconic red lip that is very consistent to pretty much all her outfits. So yeah, I think she looks great. I'm normally not like the biggest fan of her red carpet, but like this is a stunning red carpet look, and kind of similar to Cardi B, it's very minimally styled. And I feel like when you have a very strong dress, you don't have to overstyle it, and the hair is really simple. The lip is really, you know, that's all you need. And I think she looks really great tonight. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think, yeah, she's beautiful. I think she sparkles. I agree with you. It's a look that we haven't seen before, but, you know, I also wonder if maybe this is a, you know, Tara obviously has all of her eras, no pun intended, and, you know, is she moving into possibly a new era? I mean, she's definitely, you know, looking very, very, very stunning in the red. Oh, and look, we have Shabuzi on the fashion cam right now posing. Obviously, Tipsy, a bar song, is one of the biggest songs in music this past year. He was also nominated for CMA Awards. Didn't bring home any, but I wonder if that'll change tonight with the Grammys.
We'll find out soon. I'm loving the gray look that he's got going on. Like if we head on over to the limo cam, Lady Gaga's just shown up here to the red carpet. She's walked straight on in. We'll probably see her soon walking in through the background here.
One question. We just saw Alicia Keys walk by. We saw Busta Rhymes walk by. We've seen Glorilla. And so for those of you at home that are wondering, the carpet is about to close soon as we get, we march upon showtime. So we are just watching all of these huge celebrities walk by. They're rushing to get their pictures taken before they have to be in their seats for the actual awards show. But I think it's actually pretty cool. We just saw, Alicia Keys looked like she wanted to stop, but knows that if she does stop, she may not make it into the arena, so we definitely understand. But this is
in as quickly as possible.
This is the best kind of people watching that there can be.
Truly, you see everyone just moving on in along, getting ready for that ceremony. So who's going to be honored tonight? Who's going to win?
And it looks
Gaga
like
right here walking past us.
Gaga,
we saw her at the limo cam. I said we're going to see her again. Just wait. Will Beyonce walk by? That is what we're waiting for.
I mean, that's one of the things of being on the carpet. You hear these loud swells or screams, or you'll start to see a lot of shuffling going on. That pretty much means that an A-lister is on their way. And so if you see us turn our heads, if there's a loud scream, the only loud scream left is Beyonce. So
we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I mean, Beyonce obviously up for Album of the Year.
Victoria Monet and Lotto right behind us over here.
We do.
Sharing a nice moment, walking in. They look fabulous.
They do.
We love it. This is amazing to see them all here.
This is awesome.
Yeah, no, I love seeing just the amount of talent that crosses past us. It is truly beautiful. I mean, it's been an honor already just to be able to speak to so many people, to then see them right before they're about to potentially win their big award is an extra little moment of a spice. I don't know.
That.
It's been a long time. I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah, and you never know what type of collaborations or future music will come out of these chance meetings. We just saw, as you mentioned, Lotto and Victoria Monet. If we see a feature on one of their albums, then we know that it may have started here, and that's beautiful.
No, it'll be cool to see, and I know. And look what we have over here on
look
the
at fashion. Yeah, look at that dress.
I love this look.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is beautiful. We need to zoom in a little bit more for us to see that detail on here, but for those of you at home who can see this, it's a stunning look going across.
And I love the color. We were talking about how there's a lot of black. I love that dress had lots of pops of color.
Yes, and that sheer element as well that Morgan was talking about.
Exactly.
Earlier. And Gaga has made it to the fashion cam. Morgan, tell us about Gaga's look and just even the hair, all of the above. She's really pulled it together.
Yes. Well, this is the drama. I think that, she's bringing all of it with the voluminous bustle. I've seen on social everyone saying that she's in like her kind of gothic era, and knowing that she and Beyonce are friends, it's giving me almost like Beyonce, like Lemonade with her kind of southern gothic look. Like I love it, and the hair is also really cool too. And I saw earlier Miley Cyrus has the pretty much exact same haircut with like the longer face framing bangs and then the straight bangs in the front. So that's an interesting hair trend for tonight for sure. But yes, I'm loving this. I miss Gaga on carpets, and I'm really loving to see her tonight. I think the top of the dress is leather, and I think the bottom of it looks like a very heavy organza or taffeta. Yes, it's great. And she has on her infamous very sky-high heels and knee highs with that, which is fun. I think it's so, I love it. I think this is actually kind of understated Gaga from what we're used to, but I'm glad to see her back on carpets, and this is I'm excited to see what she is going to do later for her performance as well, because she's going to change.
look amazing. I love the suit. So
Put
nice.
something together.
We love it. We love
Always
it.
putting something. You know what you did? You know what you did? You went in the ghost's closet.
You know?
Picked out the
You could wear this. Ghost could never wear this, bro. Way too flashy. Tommy would have issues with me wearing this.
You are one of my favorite people to talk to. You are such a joy and such an inspirational person.
It's very humbling.
No, I mean, it's true.
I said it before the interview began. I said, you're one of my favorite people.
But I think that...
A real journalist, man. I really appreciate you.
I know, I appreciate you. But I mean, first off, you told me years ago that you would be here. You told me years ago that you would put out an album, and I think even at that point, nothing was solidified, but you said, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So what's it like finally putting out music and having it be so well received?
Unbelievable. All of the countless hours of listening to Marvin and Nina Simone and LL on into Tupac and NWA at moments, back over to George Benson and Stevie Wonder. Like, it's a real joyous moment in my life, but then me trying my hand at music and then learning I was pretty good was one thing. Then being told by your peers in the academy and even to you, nah, you're not pretty good, oh, you got some stuff. That's a whole nother level of a pinch me moment. So for the academy to go, you're worthy, and we're gonna nominate you for the first studio album I put out, no less. And this is the art form in which I don't put food on the table doing, beyond humbling, man. Crazy.
Just want to fully pivot more towards music.
But I've done like 430 songs, so it was already a pivot. It's just now me needing to put it
continuing
out.
the pivot, yeah. I love it. I love it.
I mean, you're such a renaissance man, and we don't say that lightly. And I know that a lot of former athletes, as you're a former professional athlete, have started to use you as the blueprint. So just talk about inspiring athletes to say, you know what, I don't have to stay on the field or in the gym or on the box. I can go to theater. I can be in the studio. I can be on film sets.
It's a great question. I think I don't think, I shouldn't say that, you know me. I'm confident in knowing that God wanted me to make rooms small, to make the world small. And I think about the chants of Africans chanting, Boomaye, for Ali. And it was not just that of being a great boxer, it was simply a stage for him to galvanize all communities. And I feel like I've done that, and I'm very proud that I've been able to do that for athletes, Saquon included, about to approach the Super Bowl. And Saquon has expressed his penchant for acting. And Steven Jackson, after all the smoke interview, said to me, I really want to jump into the world of acting. So it's an amazing thing that they would even say it to me and be brazen enough to, but to believe that I can be a conduit of sorts. Like that must be one of the gifts that God gave me to make the world smaller and make the culture a lot smaller and less judgmental of each other trying stuff. That's big for me. If O can do it, I guess I can do it too. That's big.
I say the same thing. If O can do it, maybe I can do
Yeah,
something.
player.
Man, it's always so good to see you.
Always
Such
good
a
to see
pleasure.
you. Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you, AP.
Of course. Thank you, man.
You keep rocking, bro.
No,
Really
I
proud of your
appreciate
voice.
everything that you said.
Proud of your voice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
The Omari Hardwick, I mean, he's so inspirational. And sometimes I laugh because when we're doing interviews, he really starts speaking life. And he's like,
You're like, let me
you
jot
can
some
do
notes
this, you can do
down."
that. Yeah, so it's good talking with him.
I love him. I love it. We have Victoria Monet over here. So, are you going to start? And I'll just start. Here, you start.
All right, guys, they're just about closing up the carpet and kicking us off, but we want to thank you. But first I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chapel Roan had come up, and there was a lot of commotion, as there is on these carpets, but I'm a big Babyface fan, and as are we all, and so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great.
You've been
Thank you so much, Krista.
Yeah.
It's been great having you on here. And one thing. Oh, as I pull the mic up, as I was
So
going to say,
excited,
on
Leslie.
these carpets, wild things sometimes happen that are out of our control. We've got, directors in our ears telling us to wrap it up. Oftentimes we want to continue those conversations. I really still want to hear Babyface's answer about women in R&B progressing. We talked to him last year about it, and he had beautiful responses to it. Looking forward to interviewing him in the future. He is also, again, one of my favorites. Created a lot of great music for some of my favorite artists as well. A true legend. It's unfortunate that I was involved. A part of that. I should have done more to stop it, but it is. I'm very happy that he stopped to talk to us in the first place.
And also, and it was unfortunate, but also these things happen. A lot of times we're not having live shows, so I don't want to say it's infrequent, but it does happen sometimes. And there's so much craziness on the carpet that sometimes things happen. But we love Babyface, we love Krista, we love our little trio that we've had today, and we've loved talking to you guys. It's been one of my most fun times of the year, and so I'm thankful to be here another year.
Thank you all so much. This is fun, and thank you for joining us on that chat. Go ahead and let's hit it off to fashion and end the night on this nice, beautiful, strong note. Let's look at beautiful, beautiful Janelle walking on here. They have an amazing blue suit on. I love everything that Janelle puts together. I got to talk to Janelle at their ET costume party, dressed as E.T., and they were fully in character as well. That was quite the experience. I'm excited for Janelle as their career continues to grow.
All right, let's toss to Morgan. Sure. Morgan, what do you think about Janelle's look? I know that she's just off camera, but Janelle is literally one of the most creative forces on the planet.
Yeah, I love the navy, and I love that they were matching Cynthia Erivo when they did the double photo just now. Navy is like a very unexpected color on the carpet, so I think that they both pulled it off. And Janelle had on navy accessorized with gold, and Cynthia had on navy accessorized with silver. So yeah, super, super fun. And just this whole carpet has been, as usual, the Grammys is always very unpredictable, and you never know what you're going to get. But that's why we love it, and it's one of the most fun fashion carpets of the year. And I think we saw some really cool things tonight. We saw a lot of, like we said, a lot of sheer, a lot of very nearly naked sheer. We saw a lot of feathers. I think feathers actually takes the cake as one of the top trends for the night, which came out a little bit later. And then we saw a lot of the capes, so many sheer capes, sleeve capes, capes on blazers. I think capes are the thing now, and I love a cape, so on any fashion form. So I think, yeah, those were the biggest things I was seeing tonight, and it's been a lot of fun. Thanks you guys for having me.
Thank you so much, Morgan. It's been so much fun having you on here, really giving that insight,
She's
that
giving
fashion
great
insight.
Yeah, I learned a few things.
Did you? Well, more than ruching.
You're right. and sequins.
And sequins. That was and sparkles. I think that's what I had to say last year. But once again, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. I know some of you are changing on over to watch the actual Grammys award show. It's been an honor hosting with you again, Gary.
I love you so much, Leslie. We always have so much fun.
We do.
We're such a great team. We brought in Krista as well this year, but it's always a pleasure, and I don't take it for granted.
Oh, thanks, Gary. It's always fun hosting with you. But thank you all, and have a great night.
Yeah, I got to go give my suit to Wayne Brady real quick, so I'll see you guys later.
record.
They're just taking, I think they're just taking the audio from the not sound.
Okay, cool. And I'll record anyways.
I can text him. I just want to make sure that he's like not here. I'm not.
Shakira now then.
Okay, wait.
And now we're on.
You don't have to worry about the audio, they killed it. I have no idea about that. In New York City?
Rob, we're good on these then?
Yeah, all done. Thank you. They're like, we're freezing
Hi,
out.
Timmy.
We're just gonna freeze them out. Like
the talent we're using or the ones that are mine?
I don't know. These are not mine. I didn't bring these Sennheisers.
So yeah, the Sennheisers are mine.
The guest mic is mine.
Yeah. Watch over the campus. Channel 1 and
No, I mean 1,000%. Because I was watching.
Looks great. You guys good? Like, you should come with great satisfaction. It was acting, graphic, put everybody on there. Great. It's 180 to 100,000 people. Oh, yeah.
80 on YouTube.
80 to 100 watching it at the same time for hours. It was a consistent number. Yeah. That many, like to keep that number for that long, like they literally just stay there at 80,000 for like 2 hours. And then at the end it went up to 100,000. That's people watching once. That's not views. That's not total views. I think the total views was up at maybe 2 million. Don't forget your flag. You warmed up? All right. Okay. I'm going to go back to the car.
Shakira, give me a wave.
Watch out. Don't trip. Bye, Shakira. They got me.
I think straight into the camera this time.
No, actually, I think she should be listening.
Off?
Yeah.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did you
I'm just a button junkie.
No,
Okay, you crazy? Another year. And fighting for you to get you more what you need, so definitely bring you in. Yeah. Feel like
the mic. Turn that off. Good, we're good. It's hard to see the clamp. There we go. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we sitting?
Okay, you sit.
Okay.
And look at me. If you're looking at me, that's how you look.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Is it just
Yeah,
directly? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just say overall, what
Okay.
do you think? I guess, what are the things that stood out to you in the carpet tonight?
I think at the end of the day, the things that stood out to me were the feathers. That was kind of surprising, just as like an added touch to everything. I loved the feathers on Cardi B, the feathers on Sabrina Carpenter. Muni Long had like a feather boa. Chapel had the feathers in her hair. They were just like a nice little touch to everything and a nice way to embellish a lot of the dresses. So yeah, I liked it was an unexpected thing too. So I liked that as a different statement of embellishment as opposed to just sequins or, rhinestones or, yeah, why not embrace feathers now?
And what about other trends? Because we talked a little bit about sheer and some
Yeah.
other things.
Let's see. Well, for trends, I think the biggest trend we saw tonight were capes everywhere. I mean, whether you had cape sleeves that were removed, there were capes attached to dresses, sheer capes, capes on the back of blazers, dresses with capes. Yeah, I love a cape moment. I think normally when you think of a cape moment, you do think of like a gown, like the Oscars. I'm thinking back to like Lupita's famous red Oscar cape gown. But yeah, tonight there was a lot of capes, and I think that's fun, especially when you attach it to sleeves. And it was capes worn in different variations, so you weren't really bored of just like, oh, another cape. It was just like, oh, another cape, but this time you can detach it. Or it was, here, like Victoria Monet had the really cool one at the end, the sheer one. So yeah, I think capes.
And what about the men?
Yes. What about the men? So tonight, I think we saw a lot of just kind of classic suiting, apart from the one tuxedo cape that I saw. But yeah, I liked the white suits that really stood out, and there were only a few, but I really liked that because normally you do get darker suits, and even if they're not wearing black, plum has been a really popular color, kind of foresty green. A lot of people do velvet. But the white was kind of refreshing, and I think the way that even Noah Khan had it all white styled with black shoes, I think that was really nice. And then sometimes you also have the deconstructed suit, so you have the suit with like no shirt, or just kind of like some people have like crop suit jackets. So yeah, there's always, and then there's the embellished suit like Diplo and the Dolce & Gabbana with the sheer thing, going back to sheer. So yeah, I think there was like a lot of ways that men really kind of made suits not super ordinary tonight.
And let's talk about a couple standout moments.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Kanye West.
We have to start with Kanye West, right? Well, first of all, I guess that was just a surprise to everyone because I don't think he was supposed to be there. And then the next train of thought was, well, what's going to happen inside with Beyonce, Taylor, everybody? But we did not expect him to show up with Bianca and her to show up at first in a fur coat. And, then that was revealed to be the sheerest of dresses I think we saw tonight. And that was very surprising. I'm very curious to know what that piece of fabric was, and honestly what even the coat was to begin with. But you also kind of see later how their red carpet was very staged, in the way that he was facing forward, she was facing back, and then they kind of reversed once she took the jacket off. So, there was a lot and not a lot, I guess, going on there. But, that's why we like the Grammys. It's okay. Shocking.
Okay. How about Taylor?
Taylor, I thought this was one of Taylor's best red carpet looks for award season, I am one of the people who loved her award season fashion way back when. I always think about one of her best looks being the 2016 color block dress with the orange top and the pink skirt. I thought that was flawless, and that was also very simply styled. And I think sometimes people can overstyle things or don't do enough. And tonight, I think she looked really, really great. It was also simply styled, but that red is really bold in its own, so you don't have to do a lot. But it was red, draped, corset, mini situation. And that's another thing. She's really tall, and she actually always wears long dresses. Like, if you think about it, she always wears long dresses. And when she does wear short things, normally in the streets, and for street style, she normally wears tights or really tall boots. So I think it was actually kind of even shocking to see her on the red carpet in just a mini dress, because it's honestly not something she wears a lot. And then, of course, we also think it was like a great nod to Travis, the red, the little dangling tee, which was so tiny, you really, really had to spot that. And yeah, I think everything else was just so simple, and she just let the dress speak for itself. And I think a lot of people also said that she's entering the Reputation era, so this is, going back to a little bit more aggressive. But in the same sense, it wasn't too much. It was just enough.
Okay, that was a long answer. Can we do it again and just say, just a couple things about the length and then about the red and the tee?
Okay. Yes. So Taylor looked great tonight. I think she really, really rocked the mini dress very well, because it's not something that she typically wears. She always wears long dresses, and I think it's really interesting to see her wearing the mini dress and showing off some leg. And then the little detail of the mini dress with the T right at the bottom, which was obviously, it must be a nod to Travis. and also to the Super Bowl next weekend, supporting the Chiefs in the red. And yeah, and I just also loved how it was simply styled. I mean, the red dress kind of spoke for itself, and it was, I think it was Versace. She looked amazing.
Perfect. Okay.
Was
did
there
we
someone
talk about
else?
sheer?
No.
Okay.
What did we say?
Like one trend it seemed like a lot of people were wearing sheer.
Yes, there was a lot of sheer on the Grammys red carpet this year. Sheer is normally something that people do gravitate towards for red carpets, but it was very pronounced this year. And whether it was like a sheer column dress or a sheer cape, we even had Chapel had on sheer gloves. You know, there were just little elements of sheer in a lot of people's outfits tonight, which I think really worked well for a lot of people. I know Chrissy Teigen had on a really cool sheer Kristen Siriano gown. But yeah, sheer is always fun to play with, and people do it in different ways. And like you said, you can be, you know, nearly naked in sheer. So yes, the sheer trend was a big one, and I think it will continue to be a big one for the rest of award season.
Okay. Do we want to say anything in general about color, like black versus color?
Yeah, I guess we could do black. Yeah, so black was probably one of the biggest colors on the red carpet tonight. We did have some pops of navy, blue, and red, which is also pretty interesting. But Cardi B was the only one who really showed up in gold, which was really great. But yeah, black was a big color on the red carpet tonight, although we had people do it in really different ways. Olivia Rodrigo had on the really gorgeous, simple black cutout Versace gown. Ray had on a very kind of old Hollywood embellished black gown. But then we saw a lot of black suiting, and some navy too. So definitely there was more of a gravitation towards the darker colors, maybe people trying to be a little bit more subdued than normal. But I think people were still able to elevate a lot of the black looks that were on the carpet tonight.
Okay, those were kind of all my points. Was there anything else that we should talk about?
I know. I was trying to think if there was like another big, apart from Bianca and Taylor.
Because that was kind of a good moment.
Yeah, we could talk about Cardi. I was trying to think. Oh, maybe.
Or Lady Gaga.
Oh, Lady Gaga.
Because I know we talked about it on the air, but this is like.
Oh, I think what I realized later was that what was it? Charlie XCX and Choppa were both in Gautier, and I thought that was interesting because they were really different Gautier looks. But yeah, if you want to do which other of the ones we just said.
Why don't you talk about Gaga?
Okay. Let me think back to. So yeah, so Gaga made her entrance on the red carpet tonight in a very big kind of gothic black gown, and her hair matched the outfit with the straight bangs and then the frame-facing bangs, which was also very similar to Miley Cyrus's outfit, who was also in black. As we know, black was kind of the main color of the night. But I loved Gaga's look. I know she is going for this, for her new album. Seems to be all black and white vibes. So she's definitely channeling that and bringing that to the red carpet. But yeah, it was very almost Victorian with the sleeves. The top looked leather, but then the bottom was very grand and big, and I think it looked like layers and layers of taffeta. But she knows how to make an entrance. She knows how to work a red carpet, and it's great to see Gaga back on the red carpets because she is the queen of those.
Absolutely. Okay, and then Cardi B, and then we can be done.
Okay. I loved Cardi B's look tonight. It was custom Roberto Cavalli. I thought it was just such a breakaway from what she normally does because it was very soft for her in terms of the lack of styling. It was just, she was really soft and kind of bare on the top, and then she had just the gold dress speak for itself. I loved the feathered train, which is a great added embellishment, and that was a big trend for tonight as well. And I loved her old Hollywood hair that just kind of topped it off. And then she had her long black nails, but the nails even being black, like until she really posed, I kind of saw them as honestly an afterthought. So the styling of it was really, really well done because it is a dramatic dress. And I think on anybody else, it would have been like, oh wow, look at this gold feather gown. But on Cardi, it just worked. It was so easy. She looked great. I thought she looked just honestly phenomenal. She looked like an award.
She did. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Yay, no problem. I was like, I forgot I was still mic.
Um,
We're done.